Welcome to Prajavahini. I'm Archana Swami. Today we are at the AGM of Ubuntu Consortium on their significant achievement that marks the formalization of 2 MOUs. One on the ONDC platform with MyStore for online marketing and the other with Max Life Pension Fund Management as savings for women entrepreneurs. Ubuntu is a consortium of women entrepreneurs associations, a platform that promotes the spirit and sharing support amongst the women entrepreneurs.
Ubuntu Consortium was conceived by Ma'am Saprabha because
it's a good initiative that women come into this kind of services.
The more I read about the Ubuntu Consortium, and I'm really amazed like the work that is being done.
Let's have the introduction of the program, speaking with the people over there. Today, I'm with the co-founder and CEO of MyStore, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, and let's know more about his e-commerce journey, which has been a long ride for over 9 years. What makes people to leave the major platforms and choose your market space?
So as an open network, ONDC has huge advantages. So because it reduces the entry barrier for different sellers. So if you compare with Amazon and Flipkart, so there is a lot of entry barrier. So that is suited mainly for large players only. For small and medium enterprises, so it becomes difficult for them to go through the entire process, list on multiple sellers, stick to their policies, which are different and which are mainly customer-centric, not seller-centric, right? So small and medium enterprises incurs a lot of losses in that process. So ONDC is going to change that. So ONDC, being an open network, allows anybody to connect without a high entry barrier and with very lower cost as compared to Flipkart and Amazon. And it also provides an entire ecosystem of logistics and delivery and payments that can be leveraged.
A lot of small scale MSMEs and women entrepreneurs basically would be benefiting a lot from it. But how do you choose to maintain the standard of the products or the quality of the products that was sold so that it grows but it never shoots and falls back immediately?
Right. So ONDC has a process also in place. So it is a review and rating mechanism, and they have inter-grievance IGM process mechanism. So gradually, how the Wikipedia works, right? I mean, even though anybody can contribute, so there are other people who are giving feedback, rating to keep the quality high. The similar will happen in the ONDC scale. So as more and more product will come, there will be more people who will be using them, more people giving the feedback, and based on that feedback and rating, different buyer apps will show the products in the order of their ratings or reviews, and that will maintain the quality. So the lower quality products will automatically phase out, higher quality will stay.
How far are the women who are probably from some emporium or some rural background will be enabled to use this platform and be able to sell their products on MyStore to benefit and reach larger audience?
So right now, like I said, there is no entry barrier. So anybody, any artisan can register on MyStore. There is no setup cost. There is no ongoing subscription cost. So they pay only a small fee, right, as a buyer and seller fees, right? And they can take advantage of entire presence. So their catalog is listed on other buyer apps that are available on ONDC network. So they need to go through the process once, and their catalog is listed everywhere. Additionally, whatever corner of the India they are, so they can use the ONDC logistics, the integrated logistics partners. So there are currently like 8-9 of them, and it is going to expand to maybe 30, 40, 50 in the future, and which will include the local delivery providers also, because they can also join the network.
What made you join hands with a women entrepreneur organization, and how is it going forward from here?
No, sure. I met Ratna ma'am, and she introduced about the Ubuntu Consortium, and it is a huge initiative. And I think to bring together maybe 24, 25 associations, different associations who are working differently, and bring them together for a common cause, that is a good achievement. So we were impressed by that. And particularly, MyStore has been working a lot in social sector. So we have been working with SIDBI, we have been working with the SFAC, NABARD, NSC. right? So we have been working with the root level. So we thought like this is also a great opportunity to extend that work to the Ubuntu consortium members.
How promising is it for a woman entrepreneur to have this MOU signed, and in what way that can benefit them in their business?
This also gives them an opportunity, where they can start, promoting NPS. They can, if there are any financial institutes which are, there, if there are any agency, they are into distribution of any financial products already. We can also engage them as a partner for distribution of NPS, where it can become a income generation stream for them. We are going to focus mostly on retirement. So it is not going to be near future. It is a future where we don't want to think about retirement at all. So we will actually be guiding and helping all of them to plan for the retirement, and whatever tools that we'll be sharing. There was a question asked, how much do I need to save? So it is very, very individual ask. So we will guide them on various calculators that can be used, so that they can come up with a number on what kind of savings they need to do for their future retirements. So once you are starting, you obviously have lots of vision, you have large goals to achieve for. At the same time, if you start small by saving for your retirement at the beginning, that will help you create a larger kitty once the retirement kicks in. So that's my message to them.
You said anybody can invest, and with any amount they can. So what is the minimal you expect people to invest? People would want to save probably some 500 a month. So how does it work?
So that's the beauty about this product. The minimum, the least amount that is expected to keep your NPS account active is 1,000 a year. You can open your account with as low as 500 rupees contribution, and you can open your NPS account. So that is why this scheme, I would say, is available for everybody. However, because this is a retirement product and it is a retirement planning tool, we urge that don't make this the last priority in saving. You try and save as much as you can. So do not look at what is the minimum. Try and see what maximum that you can put into this account, so that when you retire rich, and you have enough money to take care of your retirement. That's the objective.
What is the rate of interest you get in this particular plan?
So NPS, is a marketing product where there are investments done in equity, government securities, corporate securities, and alternate. If you look at the last 5 years, 7 years return, the industry which has generated are in the range of about 10 to 12%, and that's the kind of returns that you get.
In what way are you guiding them from the initial step? Because they would have not have any idea about pension management. So how do you lead them from the first step? How are you hand-holding them?
Absolutely. So we have done a couple of sessions, but with today's MOU that we have signed for, we will be doing more online training sessions where we will be talking about what is NPS, why NPS, how much to save, what to save, how does the fund gets managed, what are the charges associated. So we will be giving them a complete guidance. Also, we will be creating, materials which will be in the local languages, which can be circulated. They can read it at their home, so that they understand the product fully before they start investing into the scheme. So that's what we'll do, a complete handholding with them.
I'm sure Ubuntu Consortium, when they have finally chose somebody to be their partner, they would have taken the right decision. But how do you think joining your hands and collaborating with an organization like Ubuntu is adding your brand value?
Like I said, from day one, our focus has been on women financial empowerment. And the work Ubuntu is doing, I think they're doing a great job. It definitely, and Miss Ratna Prabha ma'am has been a great inspiration for all of us. So I think getting this association, one of the larger objectives are met. I think that makes us proud, with this kind of association. And that's how we feel that they are highly valued.
Today marks a significant day for formalizing two of your MOUs. So can you briefly explain about one with the My Store and the other with the Max Life Insurance Fund Management?
Generally, sometimes we don't think what is going to be our future, what is going to be our financial condition after 25 or 30 years. We think we'll have the same cushy lifestyle as we have now. So if we do the saving and we sort of impress on the women the need for saving for themselves, which would go a long way for the women to not only support themselves but also if there is a crisis at home. As I mentioned to you earlier also, that Ubuntu Consortium is a platform of women entrepreneurs associations. So we help the women entrepreneurs to grow through their associations. I'm very glad to say today is our 5th annual general body meeting, and we have presently 41 associations. They are spread across 10 states. Now we have grown to 42 associations and in 10 states in India. So it's a remarkable growth for us. And we have been focusing on the need of the hour for the women entrepreneurs. So after COVID, we realized that online marketing is absolutely necessary for women entrepreneurs. So we had a massive training program for digital marketing, and we continue to do so. So online with this digital marketing, we also realized that we need to look at various platforms for women entrepreneurs to sell the products, in addition to the traditional Amazon and Flipkart, which of course is open to all. So ONDC is a platform floated by Government of India to support the MSMEs to do their businesses. And My Store is one such organization which supports the ONDC platform and who would be working in uploading the women entrepreneurs from Ubuntu Consortium, and we will call it Ubuntu Mart. And under that umbrella of Ubuntu Mart, all the women entrepreneurs who are members with us will have an identity.
Correct.
It is easier for them to have a single identity, and My Store will help them to, brand their products and to classify them and to do all the payment gateways, etc. will be taken care of by them. So it's a great initiative for women entrepreneurs to move one step ahead. Instead of marketing their products on their own, which they would be doing through the social media, this is another platform where they could use the ONDC platform, which is growing in leaps and bounds from the past few years. So I'm very happy that as a consortium we could sign this MOU today. And the second MOU which we have signed with Max Life is also very important, because women generally don't think about themselves and their future. So this the pension scheme is a wonderful scheme where women can save a minimum of 1,000 rupees per month, and they can save more also, and then they can have the similar type of lifestyle.
And what were the initial hiccups while rounding upon these particular MOUs or these particular associations?
Yeah, because we are a consortium of associations, so we need to first of all educate the associations the need for this kind of support which they need to give to their members. And since we are spread across India, it takes some time to talk to them and get them all on one particular thought process. And since this is an AGM today, all the members were present here, it was easier for us to tell them and get them news.
Wonderful. And what are the near future goals, ma'am, for you to take it forward from here after signing the MOUs?
The near future is we want to cover at least 100 women entrepreneurs associations across India, so that we provide more and more opportunities for women entrepreneurs in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. And we want to also cover about 10,000 women as far as digital marketing is concerned. We want to cover maximum women under the pension scheme. As you said, as I wanted to mention, that this consortium is basically to support a woman entrepreneur who is in a Tier 2 or Tier 3 city. And these women who are in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, or even very smaller places, they have no access to many of the government schemes or many of the opportunities to exhibit their product or sell their products. So this consortium, supports them. So we provide all the opportunities and all the comfort level for the women entrepreneurs to upscale their businesses.
Ubuntu is also very proud to lead this delegation under the able leadership of Ma'am Ratnaprabha. And future also we have decided to head 2 delegations per year from Ubuntu for the global business exploration. That's our agenda. As of now, the way forward, we are looking forward to head this delegation to benefit mutually. The business exploration, there is no end. So we, as women entrepreneurs, looking forward to explore the all the possibilities for whether it is joint ventures, whether it is investment, whether it is technology transfer or the business development, whichever the way possible, we would like to handhold the women entrepreneurs for this journey.
Today is the 5th AGM of Ubuntu Consortium, and it's honestly a delight and a happy moment for, I think, all the founder members, because it's always lovely to see your child grow. And Ubuntu Consortium is now 5 years old, and it's a vision which Madam Ratnaprabha ma'am had discussed with us as to how we are and how we can be part of a larger group of women entrepreneurs, supporting them, empathizing with them and growing and helping them scale their businesses, and in which there is a joy. And today we signed the MOU with MyStore. MyStore is one of the leading stores on e-commerce on ONDC platform, and we already have 50 women registered onto that portal, and we are really looking forward for all those 50 to come back and say, oh, we are so glad that we were part of this ONDC platform.
Artist Conclave Foundation is a consortium of artists actually, and we are about more than 300 artists in Chennai, across India and across the globe. And Ubuntu is we are partnered with Ubuntu for more empowerment, especially when it comes to women artists. It's been a great opportunity, extending it to other 3 second tier and third tier cities with Ratnaprabha ma'am. And she is one person who takes care that it reaches every hook and corner of the country.
I'm happy to be a part of Evolve, and we have an association with Ubuntu. We have grown in depth and in width because of the amazing initiatives that Ratnaprabha madam and her Uma Reddy madam, Jyoti ma'am, they all think so much about the betterment of the women entrepreneur. We started with just 7 founders, and today we are spread over 14 states. That is, I think, a very commendable feat. So, being a part of this historic event, I'm extremely proud.
I generally want to tell about Ubuntu Consortium that it's a very big organization which gives a lot of inspiration to women entrepreneurs. And we come from a Mysore, a small town or whatever. We always come down to Bangalore and meet entrepreneurs, just attend some programs and go back. But it is Ubuntu Consortium is not like that, where whenever they conduct programs and everything, it's a lot of takeaways are there because we meet them, we get inspired. And my rock star is always Ratnaprabha ma'am, Uma Reddy ma'am, Jyoti ma'am.
I worked with the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce for many years. I'm a consultant now, and during my office time I met with lot or some, during that time there were only some women entrepreneurs, but I was really taken up by the enthusiasm in these ladies. After I retired, I started Weekend. I'm the founder president of Weekend. Speciality of Ubuntu that they have a mass whom they can address, encourage and empower.
I'm the Joint Secretary of Madhya Pradesh Association of Women Entrepreneurs. We have been associated with Ubuntu since inception, and we are actually overwhelmed by the support that Ubuntu Consortium has always provided to us and our members. We've been hosted very well at all the events, and in fact inclusivity of Mave. I'm amongst the first 50 entrepreneurs who will be soon onboarded at ONDC. So that's again a very big contribution that Ubuntu has done for me also personally.
I am Rajlakshmi from V-Saki, and we are a part of Ubuntu from last 3 years, and it's been a great platform to exposure of their businesses in many of the events. Also, as a personally, I have got connected to many of other organizations, and as well as growing myself, my business, everything.
ತುಂಬ ಹಿಂದುಳಿದ ಭಾಗವಾದ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಉಬುಂಟು ಕನ್ಸೋರ್ಷಿಯಮ್ದು ಕೋ-ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಲಬುರಗಿ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ವುಮೆನ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೀಟಿಂಗಿಗೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅವ್ರ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಫಾದರೇ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮದು ಟೋಟಲಿ 50 ಎಕರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ 200 ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು 5000 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನಿಂದ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಆಫೀಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾರೇ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಉದ್ಯಮಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾವು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ DIC, KIDB, ದಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋಲ್. ಸೊ KIDBಗೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮದು ಹಿಂದುಳಿದ ಭಾಗ ಆದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ತುಂಬ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ಕಾಟೇಜ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗಳು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.
Ubuntu Consortium has been bringing remarkable additions in order to empower women not only as business entrepreneurs but also to lead a successful, happy life. Steps towards achieving their shared objectives, which are leading to many fruitful outcomes in the future, has been their mission in growing and establishing strong women network in Karnataka and spreading its wings to the other states in India.